It has been a while. I've played loads of games recently, and that means that I've not been buying as many games. Today, we're going to go visit 3 different CEXs in 3 different towns, hopefully complete 2 different sets of games that I've been after, and one of them is one of the PlayStation 2 rarities, so that ticks another one of those off. So the PlayStation 2 rarities is a subsection of games that CEX uses to categorise the more expensive and, well, rare PS2 games, and there is one of them that I'm specifically after at the moment, and it has popped up in a town about an hour and a half away. Other than that, it's hours and hours away. I'm really hoping that it's not a platinum. I suspect that because I'm pretty sure that the qualifications for a PlayStation 2 game to be re-released as a platinum edition is it's got to have sold at least 1 million copies, and I presume the fact that it is a rarity at all means that it did not get a platinum version. I feel like those two things can't really coincide. So I'm hoping for that. But I might ask my local CEX if they can phone ahead to make sure that I don't waste an hour's worth of fuel and time and travel. Because I don't think we can ring them, but I'm pretty sure that the different stores can ring each other. I don't know. But yeah, we're going exploring today. I need a haircut, but that's tomorrow, and I didn't want to wait till tomorrow because I'm up early today. So yeah, let's go, shall we? Okay, I'm about to set off. I've also added loads more to my list because there's some stuff that I need to replace. I'll explain that one a bit later. One of these CEXs has got a mildly rare game that I got from one of the CEXs nearby a few months ago, but the case is in a condition that I'm not particularly pleased with, and I'm hoping they'll just straight swap it to me without a complaint. It would be them doing me a favour, so I'm not expecting them to. It would just be nice of them to, especially when it's the one that I'm about to go and spend a lot of money in, so hopefully they'll, not, yeah, but we'll see, I suppose. But first, me local. First CX of the day. What's all this SpongeBob stuff? Interesting. Surely Azura's Wrath should not be there. Surely. Do you ever just sneeze, but hold it back because you're in public, and then you start seeing stars because your head's exploded and you're seeing electrons and stuff? Because yeah. Anyway, I might need a bigger bag because it's already pretty full, and I've only done 1 CX out of 3. I spent £60 in there. One of the games that I'm after today is £60, so we're spending at least 120 quid. I'm thinking, what can I title this video? Because anytime you can include the price of anything in the video, it gets more views. I think my most viewed video is the £2,000 CEX haul. So, probably try and come up with something to do with that. So far, not so bad. That CEX was rammed today. Well, to be fair, town in general was rammed. I don't know what people do as a job that they're all able to be in town at between 12 and 1. Well, half 1 now, because I don't know. The presumption that the world functions under a 9 to 5 is, I think, an incorrect one in 2024. Because I know that I've got a weird job and that's why I can do this, but the amount of people around is nuts. But yeah, I'm going to get some food because I've barely eaten today. And then we begin our travels to the next CEX. And hopefully a quieter town. Both of them. Although, probably not. It's a pretty warm day as well. So that probably doesn't help the situation. But I will show you guys everything I got once the day is done and we are home, which is probably in about 3 hours based on the amount of travelling I got to do. We'll see. Okay, I'm in Little Newcastle now on the way to the next CEX. Really don't like this CEX very much. Haven't had many positive outcomes of coming here in terms of the way just things have been dealt with when things have been a problem or whatever. And from a lot of the other CEXs that I've spoken to and other people that journey around the different CEXs, it's a common one. But yeah, off we go. I'll tell you what is interesting is there are so many roads around here that are higher speed limits than I feel like they'd be near me. I went down this one residential estate and it was a 40 and I was like, this would, how is this a 40? Because it's houses, street lights, busy, 1 lane. It absolutely reeks of piss down here. Just not good at all. Okay, CEX number 2. Let's hope everything that's on my list is here. It says it is. I don't come aimlessly, I always come with a plan. They do not have much PS3 stuff because it's all facing forwards, which means stock is low. And it's strange, they even have most of these always have like 1,000,001 Assassin's Creed games, but not in here apparently. That's so weird. It's supposed to be a Game Boy game that I'm after in here, but I don't see it on there. I've got GTA 1, that's cool. I've never seen a CEX bag like this. CEX logo, but no drawstring. That's weird. Also, when I walked past here earlier on, I saw the parking attendant giving out tickets. I couldn't think of a job I'd like to do less, because there's no world where that job doesn't involve lots and lots of arguments, you know? Okay, so that's 2 out of 3 CEXs done. The next one is apparently 57 minutes away, and it's taking me a very strange looking way, so it's not going to be as comfy as my normal drive. I quite like the next one, because from where I live to where I'm going is a nice drive typically, but because I'm here rather than there, it's going to take me a random way. I don't know. But it better be worth it, because rare game in that one that I'm after. So we'll get there at just shy of 4 o'clock, which means I'm getting home at like 5. I'll have been out the house for so long. Like, so much longer than I intended. It's a good thing I got up early. And I'll still probably beat Dark Souls 1 today when I start it after dinner. Right, let's go. I need a wee. And I'm probably not going to get to wee until I'm in Telford. I could do with some food. I've had like 300 calories today. I'm going to wake up skinny. Okay, let's go. Okay, I've taken a bit of a detour. So from Newcastle, headed towards Telford, it had me get off near Cannock. And Cannock has got my favourite CEX in. Like, the staff in there are always just great. And I think there's like 1 or 2 games maybe I need in there, so I figured I might as well just detour an extra 50 minutes and pop in there, especially because the Telford CEX is one of the ones that's open longer. Like, the majority of CEXs seem to be open until like 5:30, but CEX in Telford's like 6:30, so it's only 3:30 now, so I've got time to go to Cannock as well. So this video is going to be 4 CEXs. What a long day. Never anticipated that, and I still haven't eaten. Still need a piss. Oh dear. Right, anyway, to Cannock CEX, let's go. You know, the roads and everything, everywhere's so busy. It's like, I know that it's the 6-week holiday or whatever for school, but normal people still have to work, you know? I don't know what's going on. Oh dear, can't wait for it to not be as warm again. Getting sick of this. I don't do warm. The aircon was the best investment we've made this year into the house. If anyone's on the fence about getting real aircon, oh, it's worth it. Okay, and we're here, and there's children screaming inside. That's never a good start, but okay. I don't really know what I've come to this one for. Hopefully I'll come out with something. Right then, back in the car. Didn't really get much in Cannock. I think I got like maybe 1 game, but they did ring ahead to Telford for me to check that the game that I'm after in there isn't a platinum, whereas another CEX that I went to said they're not allowed to do that and they can't do that. But like I said, Cannock CEX, the staff in there are great, always are. I don't know if there's like some sort of, I don't know, store bonus for better performance or better reviews or whatever, but Cannock CEX is great. They always are. So we got the go ahead to go to Telford without disappointment. I also walked past a bloke being arrested for looking like he was trying to have a fight with a child. Cannock. Anyway, let's go. Okay, just arrived at Telford. That was a nicer drive than I expected. There was a motorway that it had me go on, right, that I wouldn't normally have to use to get here. And I swear to God, everybody else knew something I didn't about the speed limit, because I was sat at like 70, because I would never go any more than that. But people were still zooming past me, like at least 20 mile an hour more than I were going. And it's like, they must know something I don't know. Anyway, my knee is hurting now. I don't drive much, really, in terms of like total mileage. So whenever I drive for hours on end like this, my right knee gets a bit iffy. But let's go to Telford to get the main event as our 4th CEX of today's long journey. Let's go. Right, we are here. One thing that remains true every time I come into the CEX is that everything is always a mess. I don't know why. Oh, I got Resident Evil Dead Aim, that's decently rare. Already got it, but always cool when I see stuff like that. So, shout out to one of the members of staff in Telford, because he's doing me that favour that I was hoping for at the start of the video. He recognised me from these videos, or from buying Kuon and all that sort of thing, and they've agreed to swap the Futurama that I got a few weeks ago that's yellow, or yellower, for the better condition one that they've got. Just swap it out, because it makes not much difference to them, you know. Right then, 5:30. I think I left the house at like 12:30, so I don't know how I've managed to be out of the house for so long. 4 different CEXs, like tons of. I've spent so much today. I think I've probably spent about 200 quid. I don't know. I won't know until the video goes up. It's going to be in the title because it's going to be a good hook. But yeah, I'll see you guys when I'm home and I'll show you what I got. Right then, I'm finally home. Let's do the haul of what I've got. I've got 2 big bags full, pretty heavy. Arm can't be held up much longer like this. Let's go. Why won't it stop? Why won't it stop? So then, I got, and this was the one we went for specifically to Telford because this is a very rare game. This is £62, this Harry Potter game. It's one of the PlayStation 2 rarities. This completes my collection of Harry Potter games. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Then, I got the final 007 James Bond game I needed, Everything or Nothing. Stranglehold for the 360. Crackdown 2. And then a ton of PS4 games, like stay tuned. So, Metal Gear Solid 5. Assassin's Creed the Ezio Collection. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered, Assassin's Creed Unity, Assassin's Creed Origins, Assassin's Creed Chronicles. Now, before I continue, the reason for all the Assassin's Creed games is I already owned the vast majority of them. A lot of them on Xbox One, and obviously I'm trying to be more PlayStation oriented, just because I prefer it. But I also already owned a lot of the PS3 ones, but we'll get to that shortly. Next up, we've got GTA, the Definitive Edition Trilogy, because at some point I want to play through all the GTA games, and while I'm aware that these are perhaps not the best, perhaps they're not the best versions of these games, I think it's still probably the easiest way of playing them in modern day, rather than doing any other method. But yeah, GTA Definitive Edition, Shadow of the Colossus remake for PS4, and the final PS4 Transformers game that I needed, Transformers Rise of the Darkspark, which for some reason is like 20 quid as well. It's decently rare. Next up, the final PS3 Transformers that I needed, Transformers the movie, the game. And then after that, we got loads of Assassin's Creeds again. So Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2, that case feels weird, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed Revelations, and then finally Sonic Unleashed, because at some point I do want to play all the 3D Sonic games. Something in me is a little bit itchy for that. So, with the PlayStation 3 Assassin's Creed games, if you take a look, I've already got them on the shelf, right? However, these are the NTSC versions of the game. They're the American editions. The reason for that is because a lot of these Assassin's Creed games go back to my childhood, or my teenage years at least. And before I moved out of my mum's house, I was in a 6-foot by 8-foot box, and a lot of my games had to live on the windowsill. Now, a lot of the cases got absolutely ruined and had to be thrown away, and I just have the discs for them. So, while this is the American case, it does have the original disc in. And when I moved house and moved here, before collecting games and playing games was my job, I spent a fortune buying empty game cases, buying printer ink and buying photo paper, and manually reprinted myself a lot of games, like well over 200 games, like a lot of PS4 and a hell of a lot of 360. And over the last few months, I've been working on replacing all of those with their real versions again, because the collector in me needs it. So, for example, this version of the Prince of Persia trilogy is a reprint as well. But over on my other shelf over there, I've got the UK version. So, being as all the Assassin's Creed games are literally like a quid, you can see their replacements there. Which, interesting with the black case with the Revelations, but I know that it's supposed to be like that, I recall. So that was my CEX haul for today. My right knee is officially killing me, just like I said it would. I'm going to have dinner and then go and play Dark Souls again. So I'll probably... I don't know if I'm going to film that for YouTube, because obviously it's only been a few days since my last playthrough on YouTube of Dark Souls, so I probably might not. I'll think about it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed me travelling around collecting things. Obviously I was the driver, so I couldn't film while driving like I often would on TikTok when my girlfriend drives to places. But she was working because it was, 9 to 5. But yeah, long day. And once again, shout out to Canik for ringing Telford to check that that Harry Potter game wasn't a platinum. And shout out to Telford for sorting me out with Futurama.